A survey of almost 700 people by the James Lind Alliance told us that relieving stomach pain, bloating and nausea was one of the main priorities for people living with cystic fibrosis. Now, with the money you donated, we're investigating the best way to keep fluid in the gut so food can move around more easily. So, here are 4 facts about food flow. That's it, we're talking about poo. One, slow digestion is actually very serious. The usual journey of a meal is down the esophagus, into the stomach where it's broken down, into the small intestine to digest and take in nutrients, and off to the large intestine, rectum and finally anus, where the unusable bits leave the body in bowel movements. With people with cystic fibrosis, the theory is that movement of food is slowed down because of dehydration and increased salt production caused by the defective CFTR protein. What does this actually mean if you've got CF? Weight loss, constipation and thick and painful bowel movements. What's worse, it can lead to gastrointestinal disease, hospitalisation and surgery. 2. Drugs haven't helped much so far. Researchers who have previously tested drugs that target the CFTR protein found limited success. Professor Shirazi Beachy from the University of Liverpool and her international team of scientists are testing a new approach by targeting a different protein that is also involved in water flow in the gut. Using peptides, a sort of small protein, and drugs that are specifically targeted, they hope to reduce the water being sucked out during digestion. Hopefully, this is the pathway to a healthier poo. 3. Other licensed drugs might work. And speaking of drugs, the good news is that the ones being tested are already available, so no long licensing processes are needed. And as well as allowing easier bowel movements from the extra water now available, they could reduce stomach acidity, making a nicer environment for the healthy bacteria to grow again. Here's a list of some of the known brand drugs being tested, and of course others are available. Four, mini gut trials. Drug testing usually starts with a petri dish in the lab containing human and animal cells. But a nifty new bit of science has been developed that creates something more 3D that acts a lot more like a real gut. With these organoids, that's the name, researchers will be able to see whether the cells absorb or release fluid after the drugs and peptides are added. And if the drugs do work, the next step would probably be a 12-month clinical trial on adults with CF. If you'd like to learn more about other research, watch more, click subscribe or visit the Cystic Fibrosis Trust website.